Thanks a lot for joining us in our webinar together with Gennady Nashon from BrightTonix. Today we will be introduced to a fantastic new device in terms of mouth rejuvenation and bleaching, for sure. And now I hand over to Gennady. Gennady, please start.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining to this presentation. My name is Gennady Nachshon. I am a CEO and co-founder and the inventor of behind the technology of BrightTonix Medical. Our company was established 2.5 years ago. We dedicated our company only for one purpose and one device at this moment, and bringing something completely different to the market, which calls mouth rejuvenation. It's a synergy between two very new approach in the market. The first one is to provide a safe and different way to bleach the teeth, and not just to bleach the teeth, but in addition to renew and improve oral cavity, which we call mouth rejuvenation. And it is completely different in terms of marketing. It's open a new market for you, for dentists, people treating a lot of treatments during the week for teeth whitening. You're actually losing a lot of time for this purpose, but it is required to be done only by dentists according to law. And this is the reason why this market was quite limited, because dentists usually don't want to spend their abilities and special abilities and uniqueness by applying teeth whitening procedure. In this case, we bring completely different story that can replace actually the risk in terms of teeth whitening. It will be allowed to be done by a dental assistant. It can be done by a hygienist. So the dentist is actually can continue the traditional treatments and keep working with serious and unique stuff. So I would like to pass first and present you a very short movie which will describe our technology. Okay. Let's start from the revolutionary one. Nico? 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 I apologize, but I have some technical issue. Okay, let's try again to play the clip. Nico? Okay.
Humanity knows moments of elation and revolution. Every few years, a revolution occurs that changes the quality of our existence, whether in medicine, science, agriculture, electricity, and more. Be prepared for the next revolution. Presenting BrightTonix, mouth rejuvenation for the oral cavity revolution. The oral cavity is an area of our body that can cause many illnesses in our lives. Odor, murky color of teeth, receding gums. Traditional teeth whitening treatment methods, such as hydrogen peroxide, can cause a lot of side effects, like pain and burns. The whitening is a revolutionary and groundbreaking innovation, leading the revolution in the oral cavity. The synergy between radio frequency waves and unique toothpaste is not only revolutionary and effective, it's also pleasant, safe, has no side effects, no pain, and you will be impressed by the immediate results. With quick treatment once a month, the mouth will become cleaner, healthier, and more resistant, and whiter teeth are also the result of the process. We invite you to join the oral cavity revolution. Experience mouth rejuvenation with the BrightTonix Y10 and enjoy a happy quality of life.
Okay, so we'll go back to the presentation. So we are an Israeli-based company. We are concentrating on completely new generation of technology, which will be safe and affordable solution for the market. Since we actually providing a treatment without any risk and not using by hydrogen peroxide, it can be done, this kind of procedure can be done by not dentists as well. So it is advantageous to the market not to spend the dentist time. In addition, we have very experienced management team and R&D team. We are accumulatively around 60 years of experience in R&D team. So we bring a lot of knowledge in dental industry and aesthetic industry as well. So let's talk about the advantages and key points of whitening product. There is no hydrogen peroxide at all or carbamide peroxide in our formulation. We designed a unique toothpaste that combined with RF frequency, radio frequency at 7 MHz. By this action, we stimulate the toothpaste inside the mouthpiece, and the actually bleaching ingredients become unstable. So there is no any abrasive materials. It's a pure toothpaste. Allow toothpaste. We can sell this toothpaste in Europe and in other countries already. We know that the teeth whitening is very known and very famous market. So we know that we have very high demand for teeth whitening procedures as well. In addition, we have immediate results. So this is the very important key for dentists, for his reputation and for his business, because once you have immediate results, it's very easy to explain to your client that you actually pay for something that you can see immediately. You don't need to wait 20 treatments like in home devices kits or using by 6% peroxide. We know that today 6% peroxide require at least 2 weeks of maintenance take-home kit. So by using by Brightonics, you can see immediate results. Of course, we suggest to apply multiple treatments, at least 3 treatments, to amplify the whitening results, in addition to conduct a very healthy treatment, such as mouth rejuvenation, which is mean to conduct a radio frequency together with hyaluronic acid and other ingredients on gums, so we can rejuvenate the gums as well. We know that the gums can very good reaction. They have very good reaction with hyaluronic acid and RF. It is known from aesthetic industry, using by some skin applications and so on. So it's very fast. The longest preset of our products is 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, there is no any obligation or limitation. We can drink and so on. There is no any sensitivity. It might be slightly sensitivity, but the toothpaste, a regular toothpaste like we can buy in the some pharma store, if you have sensitivity for toothpaste, probably you will feel the same sensitivity with our device, but not something special. It's very safe. There is no hydrogen peroxide. It's quite convenient. Additionally, the huge advantages of this product, it actually the opportunity to provide the frequently use of our technology. It means that if we conduct one treatment and from some reason, for example, the result wasn't good enough and the client wasn't satisfied, there's no any problem to conduct additional treatment right away, or to wait a few days, 2-3 days, and conduct additional treatment. What you usually cannot do with peroxide, because it is quite abrasive, you still feel sensitivity, in some cases even more. Using by 6% peroxide for multiple treatments, it's not really legal in Europe, for example, because the exposure to peroxide should be calculated by accumulatively and not per single treatments. It is not harmful, nothing. We just feel slightly increased temperature as a fire product. No need for hygienist before. This is very important because, as we know today, in order to provide a whitening treatment, you need first to do some calculus removal and to visit the hygienist, because we need to ensure, using by peroxide, 100% of contact between the peroxide, the oxygen that we release during the procedure, and the enamel. In our case, it's completely meaningless. We don't need that because the mechanism of action of the device is totally different. And no need preparation. There is no reason to isolate the gums. Moreover, we want to trim the gums, so we need to keep them exposed to the treatment, and the client will feel quite fresh after the treatment. This is the first impression, by the way, after the treatment. Okay, I would like to introduce our management team to you. As I described previously, my name is Gennady Nachshon. I work at Syneron a lot of years. I manage the R&D in Syneron Beauty. Today it's known as Illuminage Beauty. It was the company actually changed the management, and today Unilever holding in this company. But previously I designed a lot of products in teeth whitening as well. Most of our products, it was for aesthetic purposes, lasers, radio frequency for body contouring, wrinkle reduction, etc. Leon Flash comes from the same area. He was a CTO at Illuminage Beauty. Previously, he was a very high leader in R&D department at Syneron and in Luminis as well. Norm Solek is our VP Sales and Marketing. Norm actually brings his knowledge from 2 different markets. He previously was in the dental market. I think he was the director of sales at MIS Implants, and the last position of Norm, it was VP Sales at Venus Concept. It is an aesthetic company. So we create some combination between the aesthetic field and the professional dental field. Okay, I would like to explain the 3 simultaneous actions that going on inside the toothpaste while we apply radio frequency energy. We provide, by applying the radio frequency with the toothpaste, we create 3 different actions. we can actually treat the teeth whitening. We can improve the shades of the teeth. We can, in addition, provide the mouth refreshing using we know that the radio frequency can regenerate and stimulate the peppermint and the hyaluronic acid. So by doing that, we actually can go to refreshing and accelerate the refreshing effect inside the oral cavity. In addition, as was described previously, it is known as well using the hyaluronic acid together with radio frequency, we can regenerate the collagen, which is mainly the gums. So applying radio frequency with our toothpaste is quite safe, and even some like anti-aging treatment even for our gums. Okay. Let's talk slightly about the technology, but before jumping to this slide, I would like to show you a very short clip which will describe the technology. Hopefully it will be easy. If not, I will try to explain it.
Y10, designed by Brightonics. Faster, safer, brighter. This film demonstrates the revolutionary teeth whitening process of BrightTonix Y10, a safe toothpaste with no harmful ingredients, precisely designed for synergy with radio frequency current. The first stage is to apply the whitening gel to the mouthpiece. The operator applies the mouthpiece with the toothpaste. To understand the action, we will examine a stained area of the tooth. At this stage, the device is turned on, and waves at a frequency of 7 MHz produce an electromagnetic field around the tooth. Molecules in the gel approach the stained areas. Collision and separation occur 7 million times every second as a result of the electromagnetic field, causing the gel and the chromophore to interact. This interaction causes the stain to change its properties and become invisible. Brightonics. Faster, safer, brighter.
Okay, so hopefully this short clip will explain in general the mechanism of action. I would like to summarize it. We have 3 different actions, it's 3 different phases that cause teeth whitening effect. The first one, it is the possibility to change the molecules inside the toothpaste. We are changing the electrical charge. Without radio frequency energy, those molecules are stable. Once we apply radio frequency at high frequency, we actually create 2 different charge inside the molecules, and doing that, they become to be unstable. So once these molecules become unstable, they're always trying and looking for new chemical connections. So from one side we have the very charged molecules, and from the second side we have a homophore, which should be attacked and destroyed. So our molecules create a covalent or ionic bond with the homophore, which is very tiny molecules from very huge molecules behind the enamel and on the top. So doing that, we're applying 7 million times collision. It's a connection between the homophore and our ingredients and separation between them. It occurs 7 million times per second for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depends on the preset of the product. So doing that, we are creating very high surface tension between the charged molecules and the homophore. So we are changing the angle, the structure of the homophore. So the molecule, this molecule, the stain, become invisible. This is the last stage. So we are not changing the chemistry of the toothpaste, by the way. The chemistry of the toothpaste is completely the same chemistry like in the first moment of the treatment. So it is a temporary effect which caused by electrical field and create a connection between those molecules and the homophore. Our product are already certified as we have a medical devices certificates. The product in Europe, by the way, cannot be considered as a medical because the application of teeth whitening in Europe is a cosmetic application. Therefore, it cannot be under CE medical. But we have a safety and other certificates for medical devices. For the European market, we have low voltage directive certificate, which is required to be in order to be sold in Europe. So our device is already CE registered as a platform, and we have a CE cosmetic registration for our whitened toothpaste. This is a regular toothpaste, the same certificate as our toothpaste, but it becomes a unique toothpaste once we combine it with our radio frequency waves. In addition, we have a ISO, medical ISO, and general ISO. Our product already in the field. In some countries, we are initiating ourselves in Asia and Pacific. We start some kick-off process in Western and Central and Eastern Europe. At this moment, we are especially distributing our product in Italy, Belgium, and France. In addition, we have some channels and potential distributors in South America, in Central America as well, and Africa and Middle East as well. Brightonics have an additional company branch in France. It is our European headquarters. It's BrightTonix SRL. So all our devices for our countries, we actually manage from BrightTonix France. This is very important to explain what is mean a whiten platform. This platform, our platform can in future can combine additional applications. Our company already started our research and development of calculus removal formulation, which will be combined with the same technology, radio frequency. It might be slightly change the different frequency to match between the frequency and the new toothpaste in order to provide calculus removal applications. We're going to conduct clinical trials. We are going to initiate our clinical trials with Harvard University. We are negotiating it right now, so hopefully we can kick off this task as soon as possible, and we're going to treat and we're going to conduct clinical trials for gums treatment with Harvard University as well. Additionally, we're going to provide a skin tightening application, which will be added on to the same device, to the same platform. And it is something Okay, I apologize. I had some technical problem. In future, we will combine a skin tightening application for the same platform. It is known for beauty market more than for the dentist, but we can see that a lot of dentists moving and trying to open additional market, more aesthetic market. So I believe that the skin tightening application from the oral side and not from the outside can be much more effective and can be very useful for dentists as well. Thank you very much. Question time, I guess.
Okay, now you can raise your questions. Please type it in the chat box if there is something you want to know. This webinar will be recorded and will be uploaded tomorrow on our platform. Okay, there is a question from Abdallah Falum. Can you read it, Gennady?
I'll
Do
try.
you have any articles with which support?
We did a clinical study case with Professor Ziv Mazor. It is a very famous dentist in Israel. I think he is well known in books as well. So we conduct around 100 treatments with Professor Mazor. In addition, we have a study case with Dr. Bichacho in this week, actually. Additionally to that, we are conducting a study with Dr. Miguel Stanley as well. So, and of course, all of these three conducted official clinical trials with Harvard. So we will have an official clinical trials document quite shortly. Meanwhile, we have only a white paper of, which was done by Professor Mazor.
Any other questions regarding the treatment time? Well, we tested it, by the way. Abdullah Fahum again. We tested it heavily, and the average outcome was 6 shades better. Today I had a treatment test, and it was 9 shades better. But that was extremely good.
Yeah, but I would like to explain this issue in terms of the results. It is very important to understand that usually the results are quite not predictable, and it doesn't matter even what kind of technology we are applying, especially on the very dark shades. In this case, in our case, we almost in all cases saw a result. Yeah, it is variable. It can be from 2 shades to 14 shades that we receive, but as always we see results. In some cases, of course, 2 shades it is not enough. So in order to improve that, we can conduct additional treatment right away.
What is the activating particles called? How do you call them?
Our activated ingredients inside the toothpaste? This is the question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so in general we have 2 main active ingredients inside the toothpaste. The first one it is hexametaphosphate, or it can be tetrasodium pyrophosphate as well. It's quite the same molecules. And the second one we have hyaluronic acid, which is known as can be bleaching ingredients in some cases, and I guess in our case is acting like a bleaching ingredients because we tested a lot of toothpaste without hyaluronic acid, and we received less good results. So we know for sure that these kind of ingredients can be the main ingredients. It is also important to understand that it is very difficult to measure the ingredients because we are talking about the picoseconds of time changing. There is no air equipment that can measure this kind of actions. So most of this is a theory, exactly like in peroxide. We cannot measure the oxidation effect. We cannot measure the oxidation release, but we know that it is probably what happened using by hydrogen peroxide. Nico?
Another question is it different than Blank's white shock?
Sorry?
I don't know this product either. It is Abdullah Fahum typed it in. Is it different than Blank's white shock?
I'm not familiar with this kind of product.
Okay. is it also this is a question I easily can answer because I also tested it by myself. No, it does not cause any tooth sensitivity. That means you use it and you go away without any stupid feelings in your mouth. It's absolutely neutral.
Yeah, very nice aspect.
Can get a little bit warm, but only warm, not hot. But even people with very sensitive gums can use it easily.
Correct.
And there's another side effect which is quite interesting. Professor Mazur mentioned that it most possibly can also help in periodontal problems because of the reduction of the collagen in the mouth. It can help there, but this is not scientifically proven. This is just what he realized during his treatments.
We're going to conduct the clinical trials for them.
Yes, exactly. How often do we have to repeat with one patient? As often as you want.
Oh, first of all, since due to the fact that it is not an aggressive treatment and there is no any abrasive material, it is a quite healthy treatment. So theoretically, you can apply it how many you want. The normal protocol, we ask for 3 treatments at least 1 in a month. But it is quite depends on the budget. Usually it depends on the client budget. In some cases it's a clinical reason because in some cases you see quite good results like Nico described today, 9 shades immediately. So I guess in this kind of results you can slightly postpone the next treatment and just conduct some maintenance treatment after 3 months.
Okay, then Marina raised the question, do you have any video about testing Brightonics on a patient? Well, we have a couple of pictures. It looks funny, but it is like in the video.
Yeah, we have a video. You can visit our website and our Twitter and Facebook. If you need more, let us know. We can share it with you. No issue.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so obviously everybody knows what he or she wants to know. Then I would say have a great evening. Thanks a lot, Gennady, for sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you very much.
Hope to hear you soon.
It was my pleasure.
And if there's anything we can do, or if you want to know more about buying Brightonics, just let me know. I'll be happy to inform you. Okay. There is another question. Abdullah had another one. It contains Artilux particles photocatalytic effect.
Photocatalytic effect?
Yeah.
Sorry, Nico? Can I read this question? Can I ask this question?
Actilux, the Blanks toothpaste. It's obviously a special toothpaste.
Yeah, I am familiar. No, okay. No, it's slightly different. Our technology it's mostly based on on phosphates. I'm not familiar with all ingredients of Blanks toothpaste, but I think they are natural. But in this case, it is completely different case because we want them to be not active at all, and just want them to activate these ingredients only during the treatment. So in terms of toothpaste, it's a different mechanism. In this kind of mechanism, it is a mechanical mechanism. You are brushing the teeth. So if you have some dangerous ingredients, abrasive ingredients, you can scratch the enamel as well. So in our case, it is like a liquid. There is no any mechanical action.
Okay, I guess that's the most important difference between it, because you definitely do not harm anything in your oral cavity.
Correct. Even not blushing.
Please, can you say what age is suitable to use this product? And there any limitations for some people with some illnesses? Did you record any cases? Okay, first of all, it's the age. From 1 on, can you use this device?
Okay, I don't remember exactly all the criteria, but it is described in our user guide. We can see them in our website as well in frequently question and answer. But as far as I know, it is 16 years old. The reason of this age is not because there is any risk for youngest clients, but this is some requirements in North American market. So we actually put some number and refer our requirements to North American ADA request. It's American Dental Association suggestion, by the way, not to conduct any whitening procedure on youngest clients. And of course, now we were talking about cancer or post-cancer or post-baby pregnancy. Of course, there is some contraindications. Not because our device, not because of the reason that our device is a dangerous device. We are not dangerous. The radio frequency that we are transmitting, it is 7 megahertz. This is not too high and this is not too low. So, and they are bordered only inside the mouthpiece, and they cannot interfere any other organs. But since we didn't conduct clinical trials for example, for cancer clients, this is the reason why we cannot apply it.
Okay. I mean, in Germany, teeth whitening is only allowed from the age of 16 on. It's a legal issue.
Like in North America, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? How often can you use it? Can we use it? Well, Gennady.
Yeah, so as I mentioned previously, this is a therapeutic procedure. This is the very healthy procedure. So we suggest to do it as now as it's possible. It depends on the budget and availability. But the minimum protocol is 3 treatments, 1 in a month. Thank you.
One last thing, probably this question didn't occur, funny. How long does it last? It's interesting. It lasts as long as Zoom, for example. It also depends heavily on the patient's nutrition's behavior and how serious he is with his teeth. But it lasts pretty long, so there is no difference between Zoom or carbamide peroxide bleaching plus lamp and BrightTonix.
Correct.
One thing is also very important to mention, that normally carbamide peroxide or hydrogen peroxide dries out the enamel. This causes teeth sensitivity for at least 1 or 2 days, or sometimes 3 days, with hot or cold nutrition. This is something which definitely does not occur with BrightTonix. You don't have it. And the negative side effect of that is that the peroxides dry out the enamel. That means that the flexibility of the enamel is gone. So people also realize that small cuts can occur in, or micro cuts can occur in the enamel. So this is also a plus, a big plus for BrightTonix.
Going back to your last input, Nico, going back to the drying method phenomena, we know that using biperoxide, the post effect, immediate post effect, it's like the bleaching is look very, very bright, even not natural, because of the drying process, because the oxidation is drying out teeth. So the teeth are losing a lot of liquids. In this case, the structure of homophore slightly changing, so this is the reason why we see it very, very bright. After a few days, we know that there is a degradation of the results. After 2 or 3 days, it can be variable between 2 and even 5, 6 shades. We treat with BrightTonix, and we saw a completely different picture. We saw post-treatment, even the results post-treatment after 2 or 3 days, they are even better than immediate results. Of course, we are not drying the teeth because we don't have an oxidation effect at all. And I guess this is the reason, the change in the crystal of the homophore, it's a completely different mechanism, so we can keep our results much, much better and stable compared to peroxide.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot, Gennady. It was a great webinar.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to our next one. You all have a pleasant evening. Enjoy the rest of the day, and goodbye.
Thank you all. Thank you.